Great.
And then,
Just whenever you call me up, I'll be
Do
up.
they have a little thing to get up a little higher?
apparently not, and I'm ready to hit that button to start.
All right.
So,
Great. See, that's what I'm doing.
A daily exercise. All right, guys, down in front, guys, down in front.
Welcome to Austin, everybody! From the ATA, we welcome you to the 41st U.S. Golf Conference here in Georgetown, just north of Austin, Texas. Jim and I are really excited that you're here. We hope you have a great week. We're expecting a great week. Jim, come on out. You can... Welcome. Thank you all for coming. We're so glad you're here. And people have been talking about maybe a Golf Congress in Central Texas, ever since Central River, and now it's finally happening. And we're so glad you could come. And especially thanks to all of those people who have pitched in and helped us set this up, helped us plan for it, helped us put it in place. It would never have been possible without working with the casino or behind the scenes. And especially I want to say, although Bart and I are nominally co-directors, he's going to be 80%. Anyway, we hope you'll have a great Congress, we hope you'll have a great week, we hope we'll get some good games in, maybe learn how to be a better golf player, who knows? It's never happened to me, but I can hope. All right, thank you, Jim. Thank you. Here we are in front of the signing many of you all didn't see, but that was starting our planning last October.
October, and we've been working on it ever since. We really are excited that it's finally over. Almost, but we're really so next up, I would like to introduce somebody who doesn't need any introduction, but Gurji Khalsa, the president. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got my slides. You'll be on there. You'll be on there. So lay down. I'm sorry. See, that's why you guys go some context. I want to make sure that everybody realizes we welcome all age events. We welcome all attendees, regardless of differences, including race, gender, expression, identity, sexual orientation, immigration status, religion, or any other personal identity or belief. Our shared interests, different backgrounds, and we respect our community. This is core to AGA, it's core to GO, it's core to a worldwide gathering like this. So please adhere to those guidelines. Also, very important, you may have noticed it is hot out there. And it's going to be hot out there. You really need to stay hydrated, especially if you're not used to the seat, but even if you're used to the seat, drink lots of water. We're trying to supply what we can, grab it when you can, be aware of any issues related to that might be a sign of heat exhaustion, so please stay hydrated. One last little bit of thing, of course, COVID policy, we're hoping most of that's in the past, but we have to be aware that that's still there. If you're feeling bad, if you feel ill, if you're not sure, let the health test, let Jim or I or any of the staff members know, and immediately we have tests on hand, we have masks on hand. We do not want to have any kind of a health situation. Now, with no further ado, Gurji Khalsa, presentation.
Favorite moment, seeing you all sitting here come together for an exciting week. And we do have an amazing week planned. Jim and Bart, Eric Wainwright, and that whole team have done a fantastic job. Make sure whenever you see them, thank them for what they've done. It's just a ton of work that we put this on, and it's just great we can do it. I come, my first experience with the AGA was coming to the conference in DC, and I can't believe this small organization does this every year. And we do. And here you are. It's just fantastic. So my job, besides to welcome you and tell you have a great time, is to announce our pros and special teachers. Okay? And they probably should have got somebody to pronounce names better, but that's my job, so apologies. So I'll announce them. Please stand up and stay standing until we announce all the names, and then let's cheer for everybody at the end. Okay? So, Johnson Cho, 9-3 pro. Chung-Ho Cho, 9 pro. So I just want to say, win all your games.
Hello everyone. My name is Troy. I'm the pro coordinator this year, and I'm also her translator. So she is Jia Gangwu Priti from China Weiqi Association. She's a freedom professional. So please welcome her.
大家好，我是贾刚路，很开心呢，这次来到美国与各位棋友进行交流。
Hello everyone. My name is Jia Gangwu. I'm very happy to be here in the U.S. for the U.S. World Congress.
接下来呢，我会受大会的委托，然后来介绍我们大会供应商奇瑞围棋即将上线的一款游戏。
So, per the request of the Congress, I am going to introduce a new game which is going to be released, the Go Kilo.
像大家看到的一样呢，奇瑞围棋在这个视觉化上进行了很大的一个呈现，希望呢能够做出一款好玩好看的围棋游戏，像我们成长路上的好朋友何老师。
So, as you can see here, this game spent a lot of effort on the visualization. So, a good software can be a good teacher and also be a good friend, like to learn Go.
这款游戏呢，大家可以看到的就是在这个部分和我们其他的线上软件不太一样，它的呈现呢是模拟我们真实的一个对弈场景，同时呢可以进行人人和人机的对弈。
So, it looks a little different from the online Go playing platform because you can see it's like 3D and it's like you are in an AR environment, like you are really in the real game room.
同时，我们看到在这一边呢是有精选从初学者到职业高手，甚至9段的1万多道非常精选的题目，来帮助大家提升。
So, it also has a large database with more than 10,000 titles, like rating from the beginner to the 9th professional.
同时呢，根据您的喜好，它可以进行皮肤的更换，包括像棋盘、棋子，然后以及在复盘的部分呢，我们可以看到它会给出好坏的参考热点图。
So, there are a variety of skins like Goban, Stones, and Roam, which you can choose, like whichever you prefer. You can choose it, and it will make you happy.
此外呢，还有故事模式，大家可以通过对弈去解锁丰富的剧情。
There's also a story mode where you can basically solve a bunch of challenges and go through like you're improving your Go ranks in the real world.
在进行各项对弈之后呢，我们在复盘的过程中也有试下的功能，同时保留了线上软件的优点以及线下真实的场景。
It also has the trial mode, which you really feel like you're moving your hand over the board, and yeah, it's very realistic.
相信这样一款就是视觉非常好看、功能很丰富的围棋游戏，可以帮助大家的提升。
I believe like a game like this with a very good visualization and a lot of useful features can help all of you to improve your Go runs.
同时，为了更好的升级这个产品，奇瑞游戏呢也向大家征集您认为最适合下棋、最美的对局房间的这样一个活动。
So now we have an activity from Go Kilo. If you can find a picture of a real situation in room or something online that you feel the best, you can send the picture to Go Kilo and
然后如果入选的呢，可以收到我们的奖品奇瑞游戏。谢谢大家。
so selected individuals will receive a free copy of the game. So thank you very much and have a good day.
I just want to take a minute to let you know and recognize the tournament practice. We have a lot of tournaments this week, a lot of activities. I'm not going to read down this list. We are short on time, so we want to get you off to your 9x9. Just so you know, here are the list of the directors who have dedicated their time and given up to play these games so they can watch you play your games. So again, thank these people when you see them, and here's your list of your teams. I also want to bring up from the ATF, we do have a special event that happens at every Go Congress based on the bomb prizes. So we've got somebody who's going to come out. And Richard will talk a little bit about the bomb prizes.
Okay, I think we'll have to make this fast, so here we go. The bound practice, I'm bound practice, so bound practice is not really a summer, it's more of an event. This picture.
In the mic, more in the mic.
In the mic,
Yeah.
Is that better? Yeah. Better for me? I have to make this fast. My name is Rich Newman, I direct the bound prize event. This is a picture of Leonard Brown. The prizes are designed to award games between youth and older people, much older, 40 years age difference. So it's very much like the self-paired tournament, runs the same way, with two additional rules that you can see here. One player must be under 16 years old as of today. If your birthday happens, if your 16th birthday happens to be tomorrow, that's okay, you can still play. But there has to be a minimum 40-year age difference between the two players. And the really important thing is, there are cash prizes. These aren't Go Bucks, it's cash. So the players you see here on the screen, each win, the youth players win $50 plus a medal for playing the largest number of older players, defeating the most non-level players. All of those are worth $50 and a medal. There are also prizes for adults. For playing the most games, for losing the most games, and for playing the most teaching games. Even more cash prizes. There's smaller cash prizes for the biggest age difference between two players. Those cash prizes will go to 3 youth and 3 different adults. One thing I forgot to mention, for all of these things, they have to be, if you're a youth, you have to play different adults. You can't play the same adult a whole bunch of times. You have a temper prizes. So the idea is that you meet as many different kids as you're an adult. And the final thing is, anybody that plays 5 or more of these games, at least 5 of these games, gets $20. And that's really not hard to do. But play at least 5 games in this event, you get $20. And just for reference, last year, all of these people got $20 just for playing. And that's all I have.
There is a big change this year at the Go Congress, as most of you have heard. It's on the website, it's on Discord, it's on blogs. But we are changing our timing system this year from the traditional Goyomi to what we call bonus time. It's been known as Fisher time or incremental time. It's really important, especially if you haven't been catching up with knowing we are changing the timing system and there is a difference. So I just want to spend a few minutes on this and to make sure that we don't have any conflicts when we get into a game and people run out of time on their clock because they didn't understand the new timing system. So this will be used in all of our tournaments this year except for Lightning Go, which is still sudden death. First of all, why different times? The AJ is moving towards this standard system. It's consistent with the European Go Federation and the chess organizations. It's being used by many Go clubs and tournaments across the country, including here in Austin and Dallas, Chicago, New York, San Diego. So a lot of you have already played with this type of system, but a lot of you haven't. And a lot of you have spoken to me and Jim about being nervous about this new time system. And you've played Goyomi all your life. How am I going to manage this new time system? It is different. It combines the way that basically works is you get a base time. And US Open this year, there'll be 60 minutes of base time. The difference this year is instead of always counting down, every time you make a move, you get time added back onto your clock. So that every move can increase your clock. You start with a basic amount, and that's a little, if you play, in that case, it's going to be 20 seconds for every move you make. So you start with an hour on your clock. If you make a move in the first 10 seconds, you just had 20 seconds added to your clock, so you've actually now got an hour and 10 seconds for the rest of your moves. So if you play fairly fast sequences, you can build up time, and it gives you time to think about it after the fact, when you have a difficult situation, and you can run your clock down, and then you play a fast sequence, you can build it back up again. So this is kind of the way that works, and it's a new way, at least for us, here at the AGA, especially at the Go Congress, but you have to be aware of it. As you're looking at your clock, you're not looking to see what Goyoli period you're in, or how much time you have. Whatever's on your clock is how much time you have. But as you play, you may actually get increased time if you play at the right pace. People believe that it adds to all these little bits. We have a short time. I can let you read this, but there are a lot of benefits to it. We believe it provides for more consistent predictability for overall data duration. So just as a rough cut, people say, oh, you said that 3-hour games in Goyoli. I've only got an hour. How's that going to work? You still have basically going to have 3-hour games. More than has to. We have 60-minute base time, 20 seconds added for every move you make. If you play a 250 move game, it's a pretty typical 250 move game. The maximum amount of time that game can last is like 3 hours and 20 minutes. If you have a 300 move game, the maximum can last is like 3 hours and a little bit over 30 minutes. So these games are still going to be basically 10 be up to 3-hour games, which is typical with Goyoli. With Goyoli, though, you could, if people really took 29 seconds for every Goyoli move, they could play all afternoon, and the tournament directors could look like that, for sure. And plus you just lunch. So this is going to give us a more consistent way for knowing when games are going to finish, so new tournaments can start up, and for tournament directors, this worked, and I'll tell you that for most players that come to the tournament to use this, they have been concerned that never used before they come in. I don't know about this isn't going to work. When they walk out the door, they say, that actually worked pretty well, and I'm pretty happy with that. So don't be too negative on this. Be very positive on it. I think it's a good move for the AGA. I think it's a good move for the Congress, and we just have to be aware. So for the Masters in the U.S. Open, again, 60-minute base, 20 seconds per game. The 9x9, 6 minutes base time, 6 seconds added for every move. And with this 9x9, it's always been a blitz game. It's still going to be a blitz game, but again, you can see on the right-hand side, the typical game will be under 20 minutes. 13x13, it's slightly different, 8x5. Again, the typical game will be under 30 minutes. So all the other kind of side tournaments that most of us play, the seniors, the women's, the diehard, the pair go, self-pair, if you run with the clock, you can just choose some of your time seconds there. But basically, for all the regular other tournaments, 20-minute base time, 15 seconds added per move. Typical game will be 1.5 to 2 hours. So it's not any shorter than what you probably have been typically played in the past. I do not have the data on exactly what the Lemon Cup is using. I should have got that in there. Lightning Go, as I said, is 10-minute base time, sudden death. That hasn't changed. Keaton won't let that change. So that is the way that's going to work. All right. Good. We have Nick Prince, who is our U.S. Open. He's sneaking up on you. Nicholas wants to say one thing about Ligo.
This is our third year using Ligo to run the U.S. Open. In the past, we've used printed out paper slips where you sign them and circle them with the results. And what we'd like to do is change to everyone using the website to report your results. So when you checked in today, you got an email that looks like that one on the left, giant join button. Click that, follow the instructions, and then during the tournament, you can see a screen like this on the right. And as you can see, you can see who's playing, who you're playing, and what board number you're playing. You can report your result, and you can also upload an SPF, and everyone will be able to see that SPF that you upload. So it's a nice way for you to share your games with your friends and everyone. But this is going to help a lot. So please, everyone, follow the instructions in the email. If you have any questions, come find me. I'm going to be around in the registration room for the next few hours. And just good luck, and like Ravit said, win all your games. Question.
My email is in Massachusetts.
Okay. So for questions like that, just come and find me, and we'll get it sorted, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, good luck, everyone.
All right, thank you, Nick. Lego will, it's going to be a lot easier to get results in quicker and then you can get review pairing and all that. It's really going to help the whole flow of the week. So try to use Lego if you can. Lots of resources around to help you do that.
I'm only playing.
Education track. Senior Amy is going to talk a little bit about the education track. Very important to all our teachers on the South Lake Shore.
Okay, so I think everybody can say I can play Go, but I want to challenge you. When you play Go, you will benefit yourself. But how about I can share? Then you can probably make 10 people benefit from Go. And so we will use the education track to help you to learn how to share Go game with other people more efficiently, like several minutes, and then help them to learn. And there's another challenge. So, do you want to benefit more people, like 100 people? So, join our education track, become a Go game teacher, and probably can benefit more people. So, education track is made of 10 education workshops, all related to Go game education. And if you participate in 8 workshops, you will get AGA certificate for teaching. So thank you for joining us. Okay.
So next we have our AGF Teacher of the Year that will be talking about this week. He's actually got a couple of other lectures and sessions going on this week, but we wanted to give him a little bit of time tonight to talk about this. He's a high school student out of San Diego, Jake Kim. Welcome, Jake.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I love the energy right now. So, as Mr. Boris Jacob said, I am the AGF Teacher of the Year recipient this year. And I'm holding a special workshop called Don't Play Go, Let Go. Basically, I'm going to be talking about how to use Go as a primary tool to maximize positive impact in your community. This lecture is also part of the education track that you just mentioned. So we're going to do some fun exercises, and I'm going to be sharing some really interesting insight about Go that you haven't thought about before. So join us, please. And then next, I am currently working as a research assistant at UCSD Bioengineering Department. And I'm trying to do this really interesting research where I analyze hair strands of Go players versus non-Go players to see if Go has a positive impact with the healthy aging process. And I am here to ask for you, all of you, to generously donate 4 strands of your hair, total of 12, indicated on these times. And in exchange, I'll be handing out these like $50 book for free, which is not also on sale. So it's a free take. Just donate to your hair. Great cause, a great contribution to science, and just have fun at the Congress this year. Thank you.
Stephen Kurtz, I think that was for you, your hair.
I can give them 4 very short
And you forgot to mention your lecture.
Those are the times, so thank you.
So please, I do want to take just a minute to recognize we've got some good sponsorships this year. We really appreciate them. We have Go Magic, we have Internet Go School, AI Sensei, and HJJ Go. They're going to be around. We're going to have information in parts that will be in the better areas, some of them will be. So we really want to show our appreciation to these folks who have helped make this Go Congress affordable and just, of course, be able to pull that up. So we thank these prize sponsors that they've all donated pieces of prizes that you can get for winning. You'll get certificates and, from these companies. Also, we have sponsorships. We have SmartGo, who's a perennial sponsor for this. We really do appreciate Anders and what he does for Go. We have Eric's Go shirts, which are always very unique and fun, and we all should have some of Eric's Go shirts. That's Eric Wainwright out here, he was mentioned earlier what he did to help us through this whole year of managing this project. He was our project manager. He was the guy that kept us on track. I really want to thank Eric for that. And also, Yoshima Ego Cafe. If you're ever in Japan, in Tokyo, I believe, this is a very nice story, actually. There's a gentleman out of Boston who spent some time in Tokyo and kept going to this small Go Cafe in Tokyo. He really appreciated it. They were wonderful to him. He really enjoyed the time. He's now back in Boston. He wanted to do something to promote them in Tokyo. So he became a business sponsor just in their name because of the enjoyment he had with playing at the Go Cafe in Tokyo. So if you're ever in Tokyo, please look up the Yoshima Ego Cafe. I also want to mention, we added something new to the website this year, which many of you took advantage of. Something called Friends of the Go Congress. So aside from registering for the Go Congress, paying your fees, registration fees, and all that, you are able to, and some of you saw it, some of you might have missed it, you are able to become a friend of the Go Congress and donate additional money that will not only support this Go Congress, but for Go Congresses in the future. Those are the special fund targeted just to help keep the cost of the Go Congresses down and to be able to improve what we do at each Go Congress. So I'm not going to go through all the names here, but we really do appreciate the people that have contributed at the platinum level, the gold level, and the silver level. So thank you very much. That site, by the way, is still on the AGA website, usgo.org. If you go to the Go Congress website, there's a link there that says Friends of the Congress. So if you're enjoying what you're doing this week, if you think that this kind of event is worthwhile, please go there at any time, plug in, say, I want to become a friend, and contribute at whatever level of your so we really appreciate that. Life after the Go Congress. That's actually life after the Go Congress each day. I just want to highlight things that, other things that I know I missed some people will come to me and say, oh, you didn't tell about my activity. There's been a lot of requests about a weight room. We actually got through some insurance stuff and all that, and we did get access for those of you that wanted a weight room. There's a weight room in the Robertson Gym, right above where you're playing Go. The hours are limited. They're only 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., which is not optimal. You're going to have to rush through the U.S. Open game to the weight room. Or you're going to be lifting weights and still trying to get to your senior tournament. But we do have a weight room that if you're interested in that kind of workout. Is it above the playing area? If you haven't seen it, the playing area is a big gym, low, very, very high ceilings. There's a second floor that goes around the gym where you can look down and watch all the people playing Go, but you also, it's a run track. So if you want to get your run, you don't want to be outside in 90 plus, maybe 100 plus temperatures, you can be running in the running track that's open all day long. Around the running track, there are some exercise machines as well that you can hop on and do a bicycle thing or whatever else. So there's stuff there. We have pickleball courts. There's actually several of them spread around campus, some of them tucked between the dorms. One's actually on your way out tonight as you walk over to Robinson Gym. You're going to walk probably right by a pickleball court. We've got a lot of people asking about that. There's tennis courts, which I also believe some of those are lined for pickleball. We have volleyball courts. If you're in some of the dorms, you look out and see the sand volleyball pit. We have soccer fields. Take advantage of all of the activities we have here. A little bit new this year, we have movie nights. So right here in this theater, I'll talk about what movies we're going to have, but we're going to have a couple movie nights. So if you really want to take a break from playing Go, but not necessarily from watching Go, we have a couple movies that you might want to watch. Also, I want to mention that we have yoga this year. There's been Isha organization that's pushing for this. We have a yoga room, again, right next to the weight room, which is, and the Tina Zhang and the Isha group here in Austin will be there. It's on schedules. They're going to have early morning sessions. We're going to have sessions for different age groups and different levels of yoga. So take it if you want. Please take advantage of the yoga. And another thing that we haven't been advertising too much, but there is a club where you checked in today, right by the stairs down at the bottom before you came up. There's a place called the Cove, which is at night. They have libations there, drinks. You can go in there and have your sodas or your beer. They got pool tables, shuffleboard, different activities. It's probably be a good place to play a game of Go, maybe. Place to kind of hang out and chat with your friends. Think about going to the Cove. It's a very nice little pub on campus. Talking about the movie nights, there are 2 movie nights. Wednesday night, we're going to be showing The Match right here. The Match, if you're not familiar with it, it's just been out for like a month or so on Netflix. It's a true story of Cho Hun-yun and his protege Lee Chang-ho, and talks about their relationship and how the teacher brings up the student, and then they wind up having to face each other in championship matches. And, it's a very good movie. And then we're also going to be showing AlphaGo on Friday night, which many of us have already seen, but some of us might want to take another look at that. So that'll be here on Friday night. There's the Cove. Just so you know, that's where it is, like downstairs where you check in. Last reminders before we get out of here, and I can't believe we finished this in under the time I thought we were going to be way over, so I'm sorry I'm talking so fast. USA, just a reminder to you, US Open, North American Masters start tomorrow at 9 a.m. That does not mean showing up at 8:59 and being, ready to go. You need to be there earlier. We're going to have preparedness. Every year, on the first day, there's always some, we've got a repair, someone else is showing up late. So we're going to really try to restrict that this year. If you haven't checked in yet, which I think all of you have, but if you know somebody who hasn't checked in, they need to check in by 8, or they will not be paired tomorrow. So you need to check. You have to have checked in and said, yes, I'm playing, which most of you have done already, but but you should be in the playing area by 8:30, so we can get all the morning announcements done. I see somebody come up here who's going to correct me, so come on. You want to? Yeah, come on, I'm not done with it. Yeah.
Sorry, I am ready.
For the Masters tournament this year, so it'll be great to see all of you, and I've already seen so many friends, and I'm so excited. I just wanted to take another minute to say something about the Code of Conduct, because one of the things that I do for the AGA is I'm the chair of the Code of Conduct Committee. So I just wanted to remind everybody, I know we put it in a slide earlier that Bart showed you, but you can find the text of the AGA Code of Conduct in the YAP app, in the rules, under conduct guidelines, and it is also available on the website, usgo.org/code of conduct. You can find it in the other links at the bottom of the homepage. And I just really look forward to everyone having a great time, and I'm so excited. And if anybody has any questions about the Code of Conduct, we are going to be holding a meeting at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. It's in the YAP app, in the schedule, so you can find it there, and I'll be hosting that meeting, and I'm really happy to answer questions at any time. So if anybody wants to talk about it, or wants to talk to me for anything, I'm going to be around, and I will be at that, leading that meeting tomorrow night at 7. Thank you very much.
And I apologize. She was in the wings earlier when I put up that slide. I forgot she was supposed to come out and talk about it. So I just read the slide. She gave you much better information than I ever did. So I apologize, Caroline. Good message. And then finally, so we will have announcements in the morning. Be there. If you're in the Masters room and not sure about the announcements, the way we're doing it this year, we're going to have the announcements made in the main playing room in the gym. But we're going to be broadcasting those over to the Masters room, and most of you know those are 2 different buildings now. So if you're in the Masters and want to hear morning announcements, you don't have to come over to the gym. Be in the Masters room, and you'll be able to see the announcements and hear the announcements as we gym, but also in the Masters playing area. So that's all good. Matt here, very quickly, I'm just going to double we're here to head over to the gym. So that is where you should be heading now. The next event that's scheduled is the 9x9 tournament. That is going to start the time to get out